For the first time in his tenure, Governor Kevin Stitt is facing strong opposition from the legislature on a variety of fronts. Budget priorities, who decides how to spend $1.2 billion in CARES Act funding, and the Senate's refusal to confirm Gary Cox as Oklahoma's Commissioner of Health. The governor addressed all three earlier this week.
This has been a very disappointing, contentious session. And I'm going to continue to expose what I think is going on and let Oklahomans know the politics that's going on inside this building. It's frustrating. But to grab money from the teachers' retirement fund and then to pay administration costs is not a good long-term strategy. I will not play a part in harming Oklahoma's teachers. I want Oklahomans to know that I am vetoing House Bill 2741 and 2742, which would rob from our teachers' retirement fund, our law enforcement retirement fund, and our firefighters' retirement fund. These bills will take tens of millions of dollars away from teachers to fund district costs. We were cut out of the budget process. But my questions are stuff like, they're pulling $16 million away from our children in DHS, pulling $6 million out of our health department during the largest pandemic that our states faced, and cutting the budget of public safety by 9% while increasing the budget of the Attorney General's office by 12%. They're pulling $939 million to plug a funding gap and to spend that money this year. What do you think is going to happen next year? Because next year, when we're in here in February, it's going to be a cliff we're falling off of because those one-time funds won't be available. Federal law said that money went to the executive branch to fight COVID. Even if I wanted to give that money over to the legislature, I would be in violation of the federal act by doing that. And we'll be giving daily updates to the legislature on how every single penny is spent. The Senate decided not to vote on Gary Cox's confirmation. Gary Cox has 40 years experience in public health. If they don't confirm him, he's out of a job on May 31st. And that means during this pandemic, I've got to try to go look for another agency head in the middle of trying to deal with COVID-19. So it's very disappointing.
And that's exactly what will happen. Gary Cox announced on Thursday that he would step down as state health commissioner at the end of May.